There's a couple stories I want to share with you, more than one. But you see right here in California, mandates require churches to pay for abortion is unconstitutional, right? Let me say this though. Churches, a person in church, man, woman, child, they all go to church. It ain't just about this woman's go to church. But anyway though, so they want a man of God, a preacher, to go against the Bible. Because abortion in the Bible is a sin. So what the Democrat Party is really going after is God. See, when you push communism, Marxism, you gotta attack religion. You gotta attack God. Because the government because they replace God with the government. So all y'all people that keep on voting Democrat, they replace God with the government. That's what they trying to do. Hold up.
This is a movement, and we call it that very intentionally, right? We grew up and heard things about the March on Washington, right, the Civil Rights Movement, and that had its time. But right now, we're in the financial revolution. We need to figure out how we can actually attack from the highest level and build our own venture capital funds and have our own private equity firms and do international business. And then we don't actually have to demand a politician to do anything. We can force them to do things. You force them to do things by money.
A recent poll found that 55% of black and 48% of Latino adults say they are currently facing serious financial problems due to inflation. For white adults, it's 38%.
The wealth disparity between blacks and whites was greater in 2018 than 1968. But everything we do needs to be focused on advancing opportunity economically.
Don Peebles beat the odds. His companies control more than $7 billion worth of investments. He believes African Americans need more direct investment from the Biden administration.
I know President Biden. I've known him for many years. He's a very good person. I believe that he is missing the mark on his most loyal and valuable constituency, because without black voters, he would be a private citizen.
With the mid
Only right here, I'll talk about this a little bit. How you gonna have economic growth when they push your communism? How you gonna have economic growth again when they push your communism? And how you still want to support a man that, and they talk about prison too. Remember they talk about prison. Joe Biden wrote them prison laws. I'll put on my page. So they still in a mind frame that the Democrat Party is on their side, but the Democrat Party did the prison. But the Democrat Party did the inflation. But Joe Biden personally did the inflation. But you still not seeing that they a problem. Economic growth, that's good. But how you gonna have it? We don't have freedom, constitutional rights. You can have all the money in the world. Built by films. Adolf Hitler had surgeons, doctors in their camps. In his camps, he had people that were surgeons, especially doctors in their camps. You can have all the money in the world, but you don't have freedom, you don't have nothing. So this is our problem right here. These people are our problem right here. Let me show you something else too.
The world will be a better place for us. That is not true. That is the biggest lie on planet Earth. Black people are the biggest threat against black people. If only black people could move away from black people, we would probably be safer. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me because I'm an Uncle Tom Coon sellout bootlegger, is what they call me. Don't listen to me. Listen to a woman who live in the hood. All the film. I have not slept.
67-year-old Miriam Cintron and her neighbors live in a state of fear. They claim large gangs of young teens have been terrorizing their apartment building in the Bronx all summer. and it's getting worse.
They came at us. They beat us. They broke that stick from that tree there to beat us with the wood. We don't have no body.
Miriam says they broke the pole from the tree well and turned it into a weapon Saturday night as she fell victim to their violence.
They were kicking me in my side. They were kicking me on this side. They was punching me in my back, trying to get my face, but I covered.
63-year-old Nydia Carrero says a group of young girls the same night slammed her to the sidewalk, dragged her, and pummeled her after she refused them entry into her building.
They wanted to hang out in the hallway and smoke pot and mess up the building. They go in there with bikes in there half the time.
This is 1294 and 1295 East 169th Street in the Morrisania section of the Bronx. Most of the tenants here are elderly. They tell me they are being swarmed, beaten, and robbed by ruthless teens who have turned their apartment building into an oasis of lawlessness and who apparently count on their youth to spare them. As the adolescents escalate the violence night after night, residents are left bruised and traumatized.
It's a shame. And they are.
Look at mine.
It's a shame.
Only right here because that last video was from Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum. You should check him out. And they want to disarm us too, though. And they want to take away our freedom to fight back, our Second Amendment. And look what happened in New York. They can't defend themselves. What happened? That was your mother, your grandmother. But they don't care. And it's about power and control. This was going to happen nationwide if they take away our weapons. All this stuff I just showed you is a product of the Democrat Party. You better wake up. And the rhinos that sign with these Democrat parties, you better wake up too. But people of color, black people, the Democrat Party is not your friend. Especially when they want to disarm you. Especially when they still ignorant to the fact what Martin Luther King and Malcolm X told them. The Democrat Party is your enemy. Wake up before it's too late and we won't have nothing. And our freedom will be taken back like it was 400 years ago.